Hello children. Today I'll explain you chapter 7 Reach for the Top from Beehive textbook in English, and its first part is about Santosh Yadav.
Reach for the Top, Part 1, Santosh Yadav. First part is the story of a girl whose name is Santosh Yadav. She is the first woman in the world to climb Mount Everest twice. And this story is about the life of Santosh Yadav. Santosh Yadav was a very hardworking girl, and this was the kind of the life which she herself had chosen, a life full of struggles, full of hard work, and which resulted in making her a Padma Shri awardee. So let's see what kind of a girl Santosh Yadav is. Think for a while and make a list of 3 to 5 persons you idolize or admire very much for their achievements. Your idols may be from any sphere of life: sports, medicine, media, or art and culture. So now we can think of number of people all around us and we can make a list of them. We want to be like them. That means we want to make them our idols, or we admire them very much. There must be something special in them, some special quality, some special achievement. So there can be number of people all around you. Santosh Yadav is one such girl who has become the idol of number of girls, thousands of girls all around the world. So let's see what kind of a girl she is. The only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice was born in a society where the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing and a daughter, though not considered a curse, was not generally welcome. Now here is a word: scaled means climbed. So she was the only woman in the world who climbed Mount Everest 2 times. But let's see what kind of a life she had or what kind of a family she was born in. She was born in a family, in a society, in a place where the birth of girl child was never considered good. The birth of boy child was always expected, and everybody loved that only boys should be born in their family. And she was born in such a society. When her mother was expecting Santosh, a traveling holy man, giving her his blessing, assumed that she wanted a son. Now, when Santosh's mother was pregnant and she was to give birth to Santosh, her mother did not know that whether it would be a girl child or a boy child. At the same time, a traveling holy man, a sadhu, came to their house and he was ready to give her blessings that she would be blessed with a boy child. So, what happened? But to everyone's surprise, the unborn child's grandmother, that means Santosh's grandmother, who was standing close by, told him that they did not want a son. But it was very surprising for the sadhu, for the holy man, that Santosh's grandmother told him that we do not want a boy child, but we want a girl child, and bless my daughter-in-law that she should give birth to a girl child. The holy man was also surprised. Nevertheless, he gave the requested blessing, and as destiny would have it, the blessing seemed to work. Although the holy man was surprised upon this request, but he did as the grandmother wanted, and he blessed Santosh's mother that she would get a girl child born to her. And maybe it was in the destiny also, it was in the fortune of Santosh's mother also that she gave birth to a girl child. Santosh was born the sixth child in a family with 5 sons. So Santosh was the sister of 5 sons. Before Santosh, her parents had having 5 sons, and the sixth child was Santosh. a sister to five brothers. She was born in the small village of Joniavas of Rewari district in Haryana. So now have you come to know? She was born in Haryana where the birth of a girl child is considered to be bad. The girl was given the name Santosh, which means contentment. So the girl child born to her parents was given a name Santosh, which means satisfaction. But Santosh was not always content with her place in a traditional way of life. But she was not satisfied. And why she was not satisfied? Because she was born in such a family where girls are considered to be a burden upon the family. And she did not like the way they wanted girl children to be in a traditional manner. She began living life on her own terms from the start, and from the beginning itself, she started living a life, the kind of the life that she wanted to live. Where other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh preferred shorts. And at that time, when girls used to wear traditional dresses like salwar kurta, she used to wear shorts. Looking back, she says now, from the very beginning, I was quite determined that if I chose a correct and a rational path, the others around me had to change, not me. And then she used to say that from the beginning of her life only, she was very much clear about the life she wanted to live. And she had already decided that if I am living a correct and a logical life, my life is very correct and it's not wrong, then people would have to change themselves according to me, and I would not change myself according to others. Santosh's parents were affluent landowners who could afford to send their children to the best schools, even to the country's capital, New Delhi, which was quite close by. So, Santosh's parents had enormous land, they had a lot of wealth, and it was very easy for them to send their children to the best schools of the country and even to the schools at New Delhi. New Delhi was quite close to Haryana. But in line with the prevailing custom in the family, Santosh had to make do with the local village school. But because it was a very existing culture, existing custom in their village that girls should not be given good education, prevailing means existing. Girls should not be given proper education, and educating a girl child was not considered important in those days, especially in the villages of Haryana. So Santosh had to do her schooling from a local village school. So she decided to fight the system in her own quiet way when the right moment arrived. And when she was getting educated at village school, only then she had decided when proper time will come, she would fight against that custom. And the right moment came when she turned 16. At 16, most of the girls in a village used to get married. Santosh was also under pressure from her parents to do the same. And when she turned 16, Santosh's parents wanted that she should get married because it was a custom in their village that when a girl turned 16, her parents used to get her married. So there was a pressure upon Santosh also from her parents that she should get married. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. And this was the thing which helped her. And she told her parents very clearly that if they will not get her a proper education, she would not get married. She left home and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. So she left her town, her village, and she went to Delhi and she got herself registered in a school in Delhi because she wanted a proper education. When her parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part time to pay her school fees. Her parents then agreed to pay for her education. So, when her parents told her that they would not pay for her school fee, then she told them very politely that okay, she would work a part time job and she will earn money, and from that money she will pay her school fee. So when her parents saw that she is very much adamant to get education in Delhi, they decided to support her. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. And this was the thing which helped her. And she told her parents very clearly that if they will not get her a proper education, she would not get married. She left home and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. So she left her town, her village, and she went to Delhi and she got herself registered in a school in Delhi because she wanted a proper education. When her parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part time to pay her school fees. Her parents then agreed to pay for her education. So, when her parents told her that they would not pay for her school fee, then she told them very politely that okay, she would work a part time job and she will earn money, and from that money, she will pay her school fees. When her parents saw that she is very much adamant to get education and she would not listen to them, then they agreed to pay her fee for her schooling. Wishing always to study a bit more, and with her father slowly getting used to her urge for more education, Santosh passed the high school examinations and went to Jaipur. Here a word is there, urge. Urge means a strong desire. And Santosh's parents knew that she always wants to study more and more, and she is not satisfied with her education, and they understood that she has a great desire for education. And that was the time when Santosh had passed her high school exams and then she went to Jaipur. She joined Maharani College and got a room in Kasturba Hostel.